So, viewers over the world, wherever you are, welcome to this service. So, in this service, we are to look at the basic principles of success. How can you be successful in whatsoever you are doing, in each and every aspect of your life, business, academics, marriage, whatsoever you are doing, how can you be successful? Because remember, it is a desire of each and every human being. It is your desire to be successful. You don't want to fail. That's it. That's undeniable fact. That's undisputable fact. So it is a desire of each and every human being to be successful. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to be a failure. And nobody is not happy with failure. That's it. So you want to be prosperous, you want to be successful. So now we're to disclose, we're to unfold the principles on how you can be successful. So let's start. Keep watching. So the first principle on how you can be successful is a connection. So that's the basic. So that's the number one principle. So that's the first fundamental principle on how you can be successful. So we're saying connection. So connection is the first principle on how you can be successful. So we're going to read the scripture. So there are levels of connection. So there are two levels. So we'll look at these two levels. So the first level is divine connection. So I'm going to explain more after reading this verse. So the following verses after going through a bit of scriptures. So the first one, the first book is the book of Luke, chapter 5. From verses 1 up to 7. So I think, if you have time, go through the scriptures. I'll be just explaining. So Christ, was followed by a lot of people. So a lot of people were following him. So wherever he was going. So now he was alongside the lake. And then so he found the fishermen washing their nets. And then he entered in one of the boats of the fishermen, and then he began to preach to the people. He began to preach the gospel, because there are a lot of people, there are multitudes there to listen to him. So after he finished preaching, he was out of the boat, and then now he entered into a conversation with one of the fishermen, and this was Simon. And then he said to him, Simon, launch under the deep. So launch unto the deep. And then Simon answered, Master, we have toiled all the night. We've worked all the night, but then we have got nothing. We have nothing. We're just washing the nets here. And then he said, nevertheless, at your word, I'll do it. So he did accordingly with his friends, with the fellow fishermen, and then they caught a lot of fish to the extent that their net was breaking, and then they called their friends. They signaled their friends, the other fishermen from the other boats, to say, come, help us here. And then they came, and then so they caught fish to the extent that the boats began to sink. So what's the connection here with what we are talking about the first principle of being successful, which is connection? So what's the link with these verses? Luke chapter 5 from 1 up to 7. So here is the link. Pay attention. So here is the link. So Christ has found these fishermen, and then they're just washing their nets. And then after preaching, he's saying that launch unto the deep. And then he's saying, Master, we have toiled all night and then caught nothing, but nevertheless at a word, you're gonna do it. So he did that, and then he caught a lot of fish that their net was broken, and then they caught their flames, and then the boats began to sink. So here is the link. In the first place, the likes of Simon were not connected to God. There wasn't a connection. So in the first place, Christ was not there when they were doing their things during the night, the whole night, Christ wasn't there. So Christ came the other day. Are you getting it? I don't know if they're getting it. So Christ came the other day. And then, so by the moment Christ came, and then he told them, launch under the deep. So they caught a lot of fish. So this is now connection, the divine connection. So in the first place, there wasn't divine connection. Why? Because Christ wasn't there. So they were doing that alone. So they were just alone. So Christ wasn't there. So they were alone. But then the other day Christ came. And then when he came and then taught them that launch into the deep. So they caught a lot of fish. The net breaking. Imagine. Oh. And then they called their friends. Come, help us. And then the boats, not just a boat, but the boats began to sink. Oh, this is too much. Jesus is too much. So God is just too much. So you see that? So the moment the Christ came in their life, so the moment they were connected with Christ, so there was abundance, success. So it's not just a mere success, but success, to greater levels. Not just success of lower levels, but success to greater dimensions. So if you want to be successful, in greater dimensions, not just a mere success, but success in greater dimensions, you have to be connected to Christ. You have to be connected to God. You have to be connected to the Holy Ghost. So there has to be that union with you and Christ. That's it. So there has to be that union between you and Christ. If that union doesn't exist, no success at all. So you'll be like these other guys, working the whole night, trying their best, trying. So trying their best, and then they got nothing. That's it. So all you have to do, all you have to do is to get connected to God, is to give your life to Christ, is to give your life to God, is to surrender your life to God. So that's the first principle. So that's the fundamental principle number one, divine connection. So make sure that you are connected to God. Make sure that you are connected to Christ. Be connected to God. And then you'll be successful, and then all things will work for your own good. All things will work for the betterment of your life. So in your business, so you see that your business will flourish. A lot of customers will come. So success, so your business will go far to greater levels. Your academic life will go far to greater levels. Your marriage will be in a very good state. That's about it. So that's number one, connection. Be connected to Christ. See these guys, Christ was not there. Nothing worked. It didn't work. So they tried with their energy. No, so it is not the matter of how much effort are you putting. No, but it is the matter of God. So Christ is there to back up. So Christ is there to back you up. So it is not the matter of, yes, we did this the whole night. No, but it is the matter of Christ. Christ already paid it. So for you to access that, so Christ already, paid for your success. So Christ became poor. So Christ suffered for you to be successful. So for you to access this, is just to give your life to Him. Is to be connected to Him. So all you have to do is to get connected to Him. So that's the number one principle. Divine connection. So saying connection. But then there are two levels of connection. So divine connection. So in your circle, you must have Christ in you. That's it. You must have Christ in you. So you must give your life to Christ. That's it. So that's the number one principle. You must give your life to Christ. Give your life to Christ. My brother, my sister, wherever you are, give your life to Christ. That's the number one principle. You have to be connected with God. So there's to be that union with God. And then all things will work. All things will work. But so it is not working because you are not in good relationship with Christ. So you have to be in line. So there's to be that alignment between you and Christ, and then things will work. So let us now go to the second level of connection. So this is the connection between you and the fellow human beings. So the first level of connection, so I was saying the divine connection. So this plays a greater role in your success. And then now let us move to the second level of connection now, the connection between you and the human beings. So let's read the book of Genesis 30 verses 25. So the book of Genesis 30:25. So we're to find a very interesting story there. Very interesting story. So the book of Genesis 30:25 says. So it says, and it came to pass when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said to Laban, "Send me away, that I may go to my own place and to my country. Give me my wives and my children, for whom I have saved you, and let me go, for you know my service which I have done for you." And Laban said to him, "Please stay, if I have found favor in your eyes, for I have learned by experience that the Lord has blessed me for your sake." So now Jacob was with Laban, so he was working for him, so he was serving him, and then time came for him to leave the place, to say, "Nah." So he said to Laban, "Give me my wives, and now I want to go. So and I also need something for the services which I have been offering." So Laban said, No. You know what? I've learned by experience that all the things I'm having is because of you. So all these things I'm having, it's because of you. It's because I am with you. It's because I am connected to you. So for you to be successful, so for you to be successful, so it also depends on whom are you connected to, who is in your circle. So the people who are in your circle also play a greater role in terms of your success. So the people in your circle so determine your future also. So here we see that Laban was successful just because he was connected with Jacob. Jacob was with Christ. And then so all things were working for the betterment of him, Laban, because he was connected with Jacob. So in his circle he had Jacob. So that's why things were working. And they said, No, sir, don't go. Oh no, sir. But the things are working because I am connected with you, sir. So we see that. So be careful, with the people who are in your circle, because they play a greater role. So it's either they make you successful or not. So we're saying the principles of success. So for you to be successful, so it also depends on whom are you connected to, because some people can't help you. So you have to get rid of some people in your circle, because the one you are connected to, plays a greater impact in your character, in whatever you're doing. So make sure that you are connected to right people. You see that? You see, so things are working for Laban because he was connected to Jacob. So in the same way, in your life, you need the Jacobs in your life. You need the Jacobs in your life. So they have to come in your life. You need the Jacobs in your life. So for you to be successful, so be careful, with the people who you are connected to. So be very, very careful, with the people who you are connected to, because so they play a great role in your future. So they determine your destiny. So they can destroy your destiny, or they can make your destiny bright. So they can make your future bright. So they can make things to work for the goodness of your own life. So on that very same point, let us go to the book of Genesis 39. Now Joseph, so this is the story of Joseph, his brothers, sold him. So now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, a captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him down there. The Lord was with Joseph, and he was a successful man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And the master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. So now this is another man, Potiphar. So all things were also working well for Potiphar. Just because he was connected to Jacob. So this is because Jacob was connected to God. So there was a divine connection between Joseph rather, and God. So we see that now Potiphar now is saying, "Oh no, I am amazed with this person. What kind of person is this? I think this person is extraordinary." So all things are working, for the goodness of Potiphar, because he was connected with Joseph, and then to the extent that that he gave him another position. You see all that. So success also depends on who is in your circle, who is in your circle. So you need the Josephs in your circle, you need the Jacobs in your circle. So for you to be successful, so for the things to work, so the things of Potiphar, all his treasures, all he had worked. So all things were just smooth in his family because he was connected to this man Joseph. So in the same way with Laban, as we have seen in the book of Genesis, fate that Laban, so things were working for him just because he was connected to Jacob. You see that? So this is the second level of connection. So the first level of connection, we were saying that you have to be connected with God, Jesus, divine connection, and then connection to right people. Now the second level of connection. So the people in your circle also determine your destiny. That's what I'm saying. So let us. So on the verse note, the book of Psalms 1 verses 1. The Bible says that blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. So blessed is him. So blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. So you are blessed. So blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of the sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. So this person who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. So this person whom in his circle there are no such people who are wicked, but he is connected to the right people in his circle. So he is like a tree planted. So he's like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Okay, so that brings forth its fruit in its season. So in its season, so in the right season, so you are to prosper. See that? So whose leaf also shall not wither. So you can't wither. So it is not that the case that today you are rich and now after some days you are now broke. No, or now your marriage is working and then after some time not working. No, it is not. It is not like that. No more withering. And whatever he does shall prosper. So whatever he does shall prosper. So in whatever he does, so he shall be successful. So for you to be successful, so you see, connection. So your circle. So check your circle. Who are you connected to? So you have to get lead